Okay, I'm standing out front 3101 Teton. I just want to give you a feel for the neighborhood. This is directly across the street, so modest but really well kept older homes with lots of personality through this neighborhood. So this is not, excuse me, not a subdivision where like a builder came through and built everything. Every house is unique. You can see this lot a couple houses down. It's, well, you can't, I'll walk over here so you can get a better feel, but like some really large lots and older modest homes. I mean, this lot here is, gosh, at least half an acre, maybe 2/3 of an acre. So this is the house next door. And then walking down Teton, now I'm walking west. And so if I head up to this intersection here, a block down and turn left, I'll be heading to Overland. So most of the houses here are older, really well kept and updated nicely. But you can see like there's no sidewalks in this neighborhood. The streets are a little bit narrow, which may or may not be a big deal to you, but it's definitely walkable because there's no traffic, but there's no sidewalks or bike lanes or anything like that. But this is the house right here. It's got nice curb appeal, but you'll see as we're walking through, I can see why the place hasn't sold. It's a nice house, and there's some things that are really beautiful about it, but there's some attention to detail that has just not been taken care of, and the layout is a little bit funky. So as we walk up to the front of the house here, you can see there's some garden beds and stuff laid out front. They're not particularly clean, but there's some older bushes and stuff there. Decent sized front yard, fenced in, and then again over here there's a big garden bed, but it's just kind of been neglected for a while. There's not really any rhyme or reason to what's going on. There's lots of weeds in there, overgrown trees. There's a nice healthy Japanese maple up here, but tucked back in you can see just more of the garden bed that really hasn't been maintained. I mean, it could definitely be brought back. It's not that big of a deal, but in this neighborhood, I think in the price point that this house is, it really needs to be impeccable, and there's more to be done here. So little sitting area up front with a small brick patio. It's about 6 by 10 feet probably. And then your entry right here. So there's a step up. And then as we walk in, just to give you a feel for the layout, there is a tile entryway, and these are white oak floors, and they've been beautifully redone, but there's not really a transition between the oak and the tile, and you can see some of the trim. I don't know if it's obvious in the video, but it hasn't been finished. There should be a piece of cord around there or some other trim to kind of connect everything, and there's not. So that being said, as you walk in, straight ahead, you can see there's a hallway with a bedroom and a bathroom. If I turn immediately to the right, there's another bedroom there, and then there's a coat closet directly to the right of the entryway. If I turn left when I come in, kitchen is right here, and there's a staircase at the end of the kitchen leading down to the basement, and the living area is that way, and then straight through immediately to the left is kind of a dining area. So I'm going to start going immediately to the right here. So there's this first bedroom, and it's got big double French doors. So I think these are probably 3-foot doors on either side at least. But pretty big bedroom here. There's an old wood stove insert there. Ceilings in here are 8 feet. So decent ceilings. It's not as low as kind of a standard house where you have 7-foot ceilings. There's a little bit more space here. I would say this room is probably about 15 by 15 feet. It's a good sized bedroom. This is, I think, a queen size bed, just for your reference. There's about 5 feet on either side. And then just to give you a feel for the doors coming into this room, it's a big wide opening. And then just to kind of show you some of the details, the trim here, there's a gap between the floors and the trim that's on the wall there that hasn't been closed in. Coming through this little hallway here, there is, well, presumably a linen closet here. The knob is missing, so I can't open the door. But bedroom number 1, it is very green. There's a window that overlooks the backyard. You can see the garage through there, and there's a closet back in this corner. But you can see this is a pretty standard sized bedroom. Maybe a little bit big for a house this age. It's probably 10 by 15 feet, I would say. And then taking a left here, it's kind of a cool little old nook there where you could put a telephone or something. And then to the left here is this is the only bathroom upstairs. It's really long and narrow. So this floor space here between these built-in cabinets and the wall, it's about 4 feet. You see there's a pedestal sink there, toilet, and then you can see, I don't know if it's obvious in the videos, but the grout, it looks like somebody at some point probably tried to paint the grout, and the paint is kind of chipped away, and it just looks uneven. Window overlooking the backyard, and then you've got your shower here with, I think those are 5 by 5 or 6 by 6 inch square white tiles, and there's kind of an old school trim there, but you can see it just hasn't been like totally cleaned up, and it's not quite ready for prime time in my opinion. Heading back through over here to this other bedroom. So another decent sized bedroom for a house this age. This one again is probably about 12 by 15 feet, built-ins, which is normal for the era obviously, and then another window overlooking the backyard, a window overlooking the side yard. But there's, I don't know if you can see, there's just some inconsistencies in the plaster here that weren't addressed. All right, I'll head back around here. Back towards the entryway and out into the common spaces. So kitchen is right here. It's a nice kitchen. It's kind of small for a house this big and at this price point. The floor space here is probably about 10 by 10 feet. It's got granite tile countertops. You can see there's a little breakfast bar over there, dark cabinets, a nice gas stove and range there, built-in microwave, and the handle has been busted off or missing from the refrigerator there. And you've got your dishwasher. I know it's kind of dark. Let me see if I get the light here and get a better feel for it. Well, maybe there's overhead lights. Oh, there we go. It's a little bit better. And so the tile in here, it's kind of like a rusted copper sort of look for the tile. But the grout here, it's kind of dirty and it hasn't really been cleaned up very well. You can see some of the grout here has been kind of chipped out. And again, that transition between the wood and the tile floor hasn't been trimmed or done properly. But somebody just redid the floors and they look beautiful. Just needs some trim in here. So out to the dining room. This room is great. I'm almost wondering if this was originally a garage in here. The ceilings are really tall. It's about the width of a double garage, but the room feels really nice. Ceiling's probably about 12 feet at the peak. Lots of natural light here. There's a little bar in the corner. And then they've got an inlay here with the carpet and kind of like a family room area. So this is a great room. It's big, bright. It's really nice. So there's your breakfast bar. We'll come back up and look at the pool in the backyard in just a second. I'm going to take you down the stairs here. So just for reference again, I'm coming into the kitchen. If I go back through that way, the front door is right there. So heading down the stairs here, being an older house, this is kind of a narrow, steep stairway. I have to duck a little bit to get down here, but when you come down to the bottom of the stairs, you kind of enter into like a laundry room. There's a utility sink in this closet here. There's a sub panel for the electrical system right there. The main panel is up above. While I'm thinking about it, the house has 200 amp service, which is more power than most anyone will ever need. But as I walk through the utility room here, if I will straight ahead, this is that's like a mechanical room. I'll show you in a second. Immediately to the right, this is the master bedroom. And then if I go down the hall to the left, they have like a theater room and another bedroom and a bathroom. So let's start with the master. There's a step down to get to the master, and this room itself is really well done. You've got LVP in here. To the left, there is your bathroom. And then I've turned to the right, they've put in French doors here, and there's an immediate access back here to the backyard and the pool. So you can go directly from the master up the stairs to the pool. So most people aren't huge fans of masters in the basement, but it would stay really cool down here and you have access to the outdoors. So this one feels pretty nice for what it is. This is a king bed, just for your reference. So this is a big room. It's probably, gosh, 18 feet by 15 feet, something like that. So heading this way into the bathroom, just to give you a feel here, immediately to the right, there is a shower. And the shower is really nice, but there's no door on the shower. So you'd have to put a curtain up or purchase a glass door or something. The ceiling, it looks like they did some repairs or something there, and it hasn't been painted or finished yet. Anyhow, there's your vanity right here. There's a little room with the toilet over there, and then your closet is over on this side. So there's two vanities actually. So you got a vanity over in this corner, and then you probably recognize from the pictures, you've got a big, nice standalone porcelain tub as well. So this vanity is about 5 feet plus those cabinets there. This one is about 6 feet. And then you've got your closet right through here. And this closet it's a big closet. It's about 6 feet wide. I would say 18 feet from side to side. So plenty of storage in here for sure. And then just so you can get a view of it, the little closet with the toilet in it. And again, like the trim here hasn't been finished out yet. It hasn't been caulked in, or the nails are, it just needs to be painted and caulked. They just haven't quite finished everything. But this shower, it's done beautifully. It just needs a door on it. It's a big shower. It's probably 6 by 5 feet, something along those lines. All right. Heading back out over here, mechanical room. So you can see they've got like a workbench set up, some storage, and then you've got furnace, water heater. So it's a gas water heater. It's a pretty good size one. I don't see a sticker on that one for age. Let me see if, here we go. The furnace is from 2018, so it's only about 4 years old. So new furnace. Looks like a pretty nice one. Gas water heater, some storage in here, a couple shelves. It looks like, from what they've gotten here, there's a bunch of towels and linens and stuff. I'm guessing that this probably was an Airbnb when they were operating it. So heading further down this hall, to the right here is your movie room. This is a pretty fun room. There's a fireplace back in the corner, obviously. It's painted really dark blue, probably just to keep the room dark for movies. They've got a screen painted on the wall, and then there's a projector up here, and LVP floors. You can see like the wall's kind of scratched up back here, so they didn't address that. Not that that's a big deal. It just doesn't show great. But it's a cool room. And then other bedroom down at the end of the hall. They don't have it set up like a bedroom, but that's essentially what this would be. There's not a closet in here, but there's a door. I'll show you when we go outside. This one actually has a staircase that goes up to the pool as well. It's very orange, but this room is probably 15 by 10, something along those lines. Got a little wave mural painted on the wall there. And then finally, the last room inside the house is this bathroom. And pretty basic, older bathroom. Got your pedestal sink, these same LVP floors. There's a little toilet nook over here and original shower, and it's just got a very basic fiberglass surround. But you can see that it hasn't really been cleaned up or caulked or anything lately, so probably needs a little bit of love too. But that is the basement. So we will head upstairs and take a look at the backyard. And there's no key for the garage. I tried to get into the garage, but there's no key, so I couldn't get in there, but I can peek through the windows. I'll give you a feel for what's going on there. So going out to the backyard. It is, mind you, it's the middle of the summer. It's like 3 o'clock in the afternoon and the sun is just beating down, but it is hot out here. There's tons of concrete and no shade. So here's the pool, but they have it covered up. Obviously not in use. but I want to step over here and just give you a feel for the entire backyard. So there's another garden bed back in that corner that's kind of been neglected. And this could be a really cool backyard, but with no shade, there's no patio cover, nothing like that. It's pretty brutal right now. I mean, you wouldn't want to be hanging out in the sun back here. I mean, that could be easily amended. You could put a patio cover from the house coming out over this direction, or you could cover this entire section over here by the garage and have like a nice lounging area. It's not there now. That being said, oh, just so that I don't forget to point it out, there's a little gate to the side yard here. And it's kind of weedy back here, but you've got your pool pump right there. Your air conditioner here, it looks like that was installed at the same time as the furnace. And then this is that little staircase that goes down to that room, that room with the wave mural. And then heading over this direction, this is the staircase that goes down to the master. And so this is definitely something that was added in at some point in recent history, but there's those French doors that go down to the master bedroom. So, but that being said, here is the garage. And I thought when we originally discussed this, there was an alley back here. There's not. So the only access is from the front of the house. And they've just got the garage set up. If I can, yeah, I can see in there. They've just got it set up like a little shop on this side. And they've got you can't see because of the reflection, they've got an older car parked over there. So there's potential there for that, but there's definitely work that needs to be done at this place. So yeah, that is the house. Also, just I guess while we're out here, I'll zoom in and get you a look at the roof. It's not a brand new roof, but it looks like it's in pretty good shape. I would guess this roof is somewhere around 10 years old, something like that. And then the garage has a relatively newer roof. This garage it's not new, but it's certainly not original to the house. So I would guess somebody built this garage about 20 years ago or something like that. So anyhow, right before I sign off, I'll just give you a look from this gate from the front. So as we were coming in, the driveway that was on the left of the house is right here. And you can see there's an Amazon truck pulling up. That's the main street right there. So anyhow, that is the house on Teton.